In July 1983, Dr. the Honorable Carlton Alexander, then President of the Council of Voluntary Social Services, signed an agreement with the United States Agency for International Development to strengthen the voluntary sector in Jamaica. This grant, which was matched by the government of Jamaica, resulted in January 1985 in the creation and incorporation of the United Way of Jamaica. On November 8, 1985, then Prime Minister, the Honorable Edward Seaga, officially launched the United Way of Jamaica at the Wyndham Kingston Hotel in the presence of local and international dignitaries, the private sector led by the Honorable Carlton Alexander, leaders of government, the public sector and civil society. A new day had dawned for the private voluntary sector. A resource mobilization mechanism was being established. Its mission was to increase the organized capacity of people to care for one another. Strong leadership and volunteer and staff engagement saw the new organization achieving its mandate of mobilizing and allocating resources and providing technical assistance to the private voluntary sector. The United Way of Jamaica salutes former chairmen, the late Dr. the Honorable Carlton Alexander and Mr. Desmond Blades, Mr. Elon Beckford, Mr. Alvaro Casserly and Mr. Noel DaCosta, and current chair, Mr. Ian Forbes. They all charted a course for the organization's growth, development and success, and were supported by strong teams of committed and dedicated volunteers who invested their time, talent and treasures. We especially salute Mr. Elon Beckford and Reverend Raymond Coke, who have served on the board for 30 years, and the Honorable Daisy Coke and Mrs. Homayoni Mackenzie, who serve as committee members. United Way of Jamaica salutes all of the volunteers who have served over the past years. In 30 years, the United Way of Jamaica has attracted some of the best philanthropic and dedicated members of the community to serve on the board and other committees of the organizations. We salute all of them. The core business of the United Way of Jamaica is fundraising. Corporates, individuals and employees giving through payroll deductions and special events. Some of these donors have been with us for 30 years. Elon and Marilyn Beckford, the Honorable R. Danny Williams, Peter Moss Solomon. From the corporate level, Grace Kennedy, Jamalco, National Commercial Bank, Sherwin-Williams West Indies Limited, Victoria Mutual Building Society, and the Gleaner Company. The earliest participants in the Giving Through Payroll Deduction program and who are still with us today are Jamaica National Building Society Nation Builders, SEPRAD, Noranda Jamaica Bauxite Partners, Mussons, and Nestle. Today, the largest group of contributors are members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Over $1.6 billion has been mobilized and allocated to support programs in education, health, and community development. Early childhood education has been designated a priority focus area for the United Way of Jamaica, and a strong partnership with Jamalco, Alcoa Foundation, and other stakeholders is ensuring that quality early childhood education becomes available to all our children. In times of disaster, the organization plays a leadership role in mobilizing resources for emergency, restoration, and rehabilitation efforts. Following the onslaught of Hurricanes Ivan and Dean, significant resources were mobilized and disbursed through our partners, the Jamaica Agricultural Society, the Jamaica 4-H Clubs, the Jamaica Fishermen's Cooperative Society, the Salvation Army, Jamaica Red Cross, and the Adventist Development and Relief Agency to assist with restoration efforts in the agricultural sector and for emergency and relief efforts. United Way was engaged in restoration efforts in Haiti following the earthquake in 2010. An emergency assistance was given through the Salvation Army, Jamaica Red Cross, and the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA. Through collaboration with the Salvation Army, additional resources were provided, which resulted in 24 classrooms being constructed to accommodate 1,000 students. Additional funds were sourced through United Way Worldwide for the renovation and construction of more classrooms and improve the economic stability of 80 farmers and 120 women. The United Way of Jamaica has been recognized locally and globally. All governors general have endorsed and supported the work of the organization. And in 2003, the organization received the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation for service to Jamaica. It also received the Global Network Leadership Affiliated Organization Award for generous dedication to the strength and integrity of regional and international United Way network. A Women's Leadership Initiative has been lauded for its achievements by the United Way Worldwide, and it is the first women's leadership group outside of the United States and a model to be replicated in other countries. The work of the United Way is undergirded by the small team of professional staff who provide dedicated and committed service in facilitating the work of volunteers. They go beyond the call of duty to ensure that the volunteer experience with the United Way is unparalleled. We salute current CEO, Mrs. Winsome Wilkins, who has served the organization with distinction for 30 years. The United Way of Jamaica envisions a society where all individuals and families achieve their human potential through education, financial stability, and healthy lives. Its mission is to transform lives by mobilizing the caring power of communities throughout Jamaica to advance the common goal. It is doing its part in ensuring that Jamaica achieves its national development goals and is the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.